Do you know the difference between the words my and mine, or your and yours, or her and hers, etc.? These small words are called possessive adjectives and possessive pronouns. In other words, they tell us that something belongs to someone. In this lesson, you're going to learn the possessive adjectives and pronouns and how to use them. Before we start, I want to let you know that I've prepared a PDF with all the information that I'm going to cover in this lesson. Make sure you download it because it contains practice exercises for you to reinforce the content you'll be learning in today's lesson. You can download it by clicking the link in the video description. Now let's get started with our lesson. Possessive adjectives always come before the object of possession. For example, this is my shirt. In contrast, possessive pronouns always come after the object of possession and at the end of the sentence. For example, this shirt is mine. Possessive adjectives and pronouns are also invariable, meaning that they don't change even if the object of possession is plural. For example, these are my shirts. These shirts are mine. Now let's learn all of the possessive adjectives and pronouns. When I refer to something that belongs to me, I'm going to use the words my and mine, just as we saw in the examples right before this. Let's look at a few more examples. This is my water bottle. This water bottle is mine. When I refer to something that belongs to you, I'm going to use the words your and yours. For example, that's your phone. That phone is yours. These are your shoes. These shoes are yours. When I refer to something that belongs to him, I'm going to use the word his. Here we only have one word because the possessive adjective and the possessive pronoun are the same, his. For example, that's his bike. That bike is his. Those are his books. Those books are his. When I refer to something that belongs to her, I'm going to use the words her and hers. For example, this is her phone. This phone is hers. Those are her keys. Those keys are hers. When I refer to something that belongs to an animal or any non-human object, I'm going to use the word its. Here, we have to first mention the possessor before we can use the word its. For example, the cat likes its toys. The dog likes to eat. This is its bowl. Notice that in the last example, the sentence, this is its bowl, only made sense because I made it clear that I was talking about the dog in the previous sentence. Note, too, that there is no possessive pronoun for its. For example, we can't say the toys are its, referring to the dog. We must mention the dog and make it possessive. For example, the toys are the dog's. When I refer to something that belongs to us, I'm going to use the words our and ours. For example, this is our car. This car is ours. These are our documents. These documents are ours. When I refer to something that belongs to them, I'm going to use the words their and theirs. For example, this is their book. This book is theirs. These are their cell phones. These cell phones are theirs. Now, I have two rules to help you memorize my versus mine, your versus yours, etc. Rule number 1. To create the possessive pronoun, the one that goes at the end of the word, we simply add an S to the end of the possessive adjective. For example, your, yours. His, his. This doesn't change because his already ends in an S. Then we have her, hers, our, ours, their, theirs. This means that the only pair we have to memorize is my, mine. Rule number 2 is that the word that is longer, mine, yours, hers, ours, theirs, is the word that goes at the end of the sentence. Alright, that's it. Now it's time for some homework. Write 2 sentences in the comments below. In the first sentence, use a possessive adjective. In the second sentence, use a possessive pronoun. If you learned something in this lesson, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. See you next time. Bye.